Okay, yeah, that's one of those ones where you just have to press everything.
My lord, requesting your lordship's permission to interrupt the cross-examination. Explain yourself, officer. I have the results of the test that was ordered earlier, my lord.
The blood of the accused's overcoat. Thank you, officer. Well. The cross-examination is hereby temporarily suspended. I presume you have no objection, counsel? No, my lord. Objection now! Well, there you have it. Your report, please, Inspector. Yes, sir. Traces of human blood were found on the overcoat of the defendant, Miss Jean Lestrade. From the extent of the stains, it would appear that they were the result of splattering following a gunshot. That ain't right. Goodness me. The dance of joy must commence. See, what did I tell you? That report's wrong! No, the blood on that coat is not Mr. Windibank's.
What on earth makes you say that, counsel?
The coat originally belonged to Magnus McGilded. Just before his coat was deposited at Windibank's, McGilded had fatally stabbed Mr. Mason Milverton. So the blood on that overcoat is the blood of the brickmaker from the omnibus case.
Objection!
Well, the dead cannot speak. Isn't that right, my Nipponese friend? You have a couple of choices here. You can either ask Mr. Milverton, you could ask Miss McGilded, or you could ask...
the fucks I have left to give.
The fucks I have left to give. Or you can ask Mr. Windibank. All three of them would have seen the blood on the coat, as you claim. Oh no, it's terrible. What a terrible coincidence. All three of those people are dead. What? Did I throw the... No. Maybe I am drunk. Is my collection of 12 glasses actually 15? Did you not argue fervently for McGild's innocence, and yet now that the man is dead, you brand him as a murderer? What a silly boy. Goodbye. Your conduct shatters any shred of respect you must have earned for yourself in this country. But that was... Oh, I call it belly disgrace, treachery, that's what it is. I'm suddenly Cockney again. How to determine whether the blood on that coat is 2 months old or not? Even a stereoscope couldn't help the answer to that problem, Bob out. It can't be done. But, we used Mr. Sholmes' specially formulated...
Mr. Sholmes is a detective, not a chemist.
Would you put such faith in the chemical formula devised by me, for example, when I'm a communications officer?
He held out Peroski to Starving Boy and he ran away crying. Where is this going? Sherlock Sholmes is barely more than a figment of the public's imagination. His name carries no weight in this courtroom, no weight at all. How could you say that? Victory is sweet indeed. This proves that my testimony is the whole truth from start to finish.
How do you arrive at such a conclusion, sir?
As the witness said, the accused's coat was splattered with the blood of the victim. The only way Mr. Graydon could possibly have known that fact is if he saw it happen. Which is fair enough. In other words, his testimony is solid and the conclusion is singular. It was the accused who shot the victim in this case. That is the whole truth. Maybe he has a condition where he can smell blood, so when he was wearing it, he's like, oh, this reeks of blood. Wait a second.
Or the fact that he knew that What's-His-Face killed his father.
Oh, been a long battle this one, but this old warhorse has something to say now, if you please. I don't like how the chairs have changed colors back to red, which means they're changing their votes. As of this moment, sir, the squadron has reached its final decision. Ready, men? All for one now. Sir!
Guilty.
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 Dang it. Smack! Oh, because he doesn't want to get his gloves dirty. He smacks it with his head because he's a surgeon. Well, it would appear the ladies and gentlemen of the jury have reached a unanimous verdict. What the fuck? 16. That's a lot of classes. The defense has consistently failed to unpack this witness's testimony. Here's to any attempt you may make at unpicking the jurors' decisions being equally successful. I don't believe it. After I've come so far, how is it all unraveling on me so fast? I wish Susato were here.
Or Holmes.
How very distressing to be held in such low esteem.
It's Sholmes!
Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Naruto?
Officer? You've delivered the report now. That will be all. Thank you.
It occurs to me with some regularity, Mr. Naruto, that scientific truths are determined not by science, but by none other than the human mind.
Skeletor? What are you talking about? I know that voice.
He-Man, touch my penis!
Am I going mad?
Ah! He's naked! Oh god, he's hot!
Mr. Sholmes! Your hair changed color.
No, it's not. It's the same color.
You grew a mustache.
Stupid sexy Sholmes.
In a stupid, sexy uniform.
I know cop kinks are out, but holy shit, man. I'm getting lightheaded because of the hyperventilating here. What was the meaning of this? He do the leggy! No.
Although this brings into question how many more cases has he just infiltrated by doing this?
What business do you have here, detective? Last I heard, you are recuperating in hospital.
So not bestowed upon an errand.
Holy shit. That wasn't even acting, I was really hyperventilating. Damn, that's one attractive man. Oh my god. As well I would be, had I not been set upon an errand. What errand?
Harley, it's really you. You're awake at last.
Yes, good day, child. I appear to be rather late to rise. My apologies. Now, my lord, if you would humor me. Humor me? In what manner, sir? This man is too attractive. I have something of great importance I wish to give to the
Daddy
young
isn't
lawyer
back.
over here. I need no more than 5 minutes. Would you be so kind as to spare us the time? What say you to this, Lord Van Zeeks? This trial has taken many hours of the court's time, having spent so long already. I haven't spent so much. Exactly, I haven't spent so long already. We don't want to go wasting more precious time. As I was saying, stupid. Having spent so long already, it would seem churlish to deny the defense a mere 5 minutes. Churlish is a really fun word. Very well then, counsel, you have 5 minutes.
Daddy!
My dear fellow, I'll apologize for my tardy arrival. Mr. Sholmes, are you alright now? Ah ha ha! Alright, I'm all wrong. Sorry. I've only just managed to summon the strength to stand, man. I asked the judge for 5 minutes. But I fear even that may prove too much for me. Pray forgive I should pass out. Let's make this discussion as short as possible then.
Holy, this place is full of idiots. None of them can see how wonderful your chemical blood analysis is.
Ah, well, that concoction of mine was really just a bit of sport to assist me in my investigations. I never took the trouble to refine it for appraisal by the scientific community, and oversight on my part. Right, modesty, surely not. But enough of that. I'm here to give you this, my dear fellow. What's this? A lavender furoshiki wrapping. Furoshiki wrapping. A leaving present from Miss Susato. Miss Susato? If possible, matters were to be settled without me giving you this. Those were her instructions when she asked me to do her this favor. As they say here in Britain. I don't understand. Miss Susato foresaw today's events, I believe. She has the power of Apollo. She knew that the culprit would attempt to escape justice by means both devious and underhand. And that you, Mr. Naruto, fighting fairly as you are wont to do, would find yourself in considerable peril. At that very moment of crisis, you were to be given this small parcel. Those were the dear lady's instructions. A living present from Susato-san. Whatever could it be?
It is now time for me to pass out.
A gun! What is this?
Oh, it's the machine I made. Susato-san stole it. What the fuck? Why people keep stealing my inventions?
Oh.
Look, I use this. It's my latest invention.
What is that?
I call it the cat flapper mat. It can make a cat flap for a little furry friend like Waggy in seconds. What's Susie up to?
Miss Susato muttered the following words before she left. I'm a failure. I don't deserve to be a judicial assistant. What? Didn't she say something like that? Last night? You really are the best judicial assistant in the world.
Well, that's extremely flattering. But I'm sorry to say,
I am psychic. That's how I've been so
that
helpful.
I've been a complete failure.
Whatever did she mean by that, Mr. Sholmes?
That night, when you left Winterbanks in pursuit of the thieves,
Miss Susato made use of this contraption for a certain purpose. That is your answer, dear fellow. No, not at all cryptic then. Susato-san used this cap flap-o-mat that night, but why? Is this 16 or 17? No matter. It's gone now. So, what night?
What?
no way.
What? I don't get it.
No.
You get it, apparently.
I'm grateful for you for affording us that brief recess, Mr. Reaper. It's actually Van Zeek's, but I need no thanks. After all, the die is cast. Is it really? Yes, the jurors are unanimous in their leanings. No doubt my learned friend will consider a summation examination. Yeah, why is this trial keep going on? Any attempt to alter the verdict now would be utterly futile. I wonder... Mr. Naruto, if you would.
Before I pass out.
Yeah. The rest is down to you, dear fellow. What is up? What's up, dog?
What is your plan?
The rest is down to me. Don't most people say up to me? I need to be careful here. If I make a wrong move, the trial will end badly. What? Is it gonna ask me if I want to do a summation examination? If I don't, the trial is just over. Like, what's the move here? My lord, the defense requests. I can't. I can't do either. Because if I do these, well, he'll be like, no, I can't do that, and that, and he'll be like, well, while you're thinking, I'll, give my verdict. It's gotta be the summation. Like, I want to do cross-examination, but... fuck. I'm gonna do it. Further cross-examination. You can't. Protocol dictates that you may not cross-examine a new witness now. The defense is not asking for the cross-examination of a new witness, rather to continue with one of an existing witness. What? It would appear that rather important details escaped your attention, Mr. Reaper. Do you not know my real name? We're flashing back to this exact moment. Oh! The cross-examination never ended.
Mm-hmm.
So nobody can say anything then. If Bruno asks to resume his cross-examination of Mr. Graydon,
The court is obliged to allow it. This is absurd. But that also doesn't make sense because the jury has already made their leanings clear. I don't know. We'll see what he... I'd like to remind those present that this is my courtroom. I concur that the defense is entirely within its rights to request the continuation of the cross-examination. However, I will not permit an unremitting protraction of these proceedings. Therefore, I have decided to afford the defense one final opportunity in concluding the cross-examination. Counsel, you must choose but one statement from the witness's testimony. I know exactly which one it is. And but one piece of evidence to present in support of your argument against it. Simple chance to present evidence. If following that, the situation remains unchanged, I shall move to education. Is that clear, counsels? You will not press the witness any further. My lord. Yes, my lord. A single statement and a single piece of evidence. Most generous. Well then, Mr. Naruto, it's high time I fell in dead faint. I leave this in your capable hands. Blah!
Thud.
Mr. Sholmes!
Is no one gonna react to that? No,
I want the camera to zoom out and he's just lying there. Well, Peel will be missed. To stand so before the court in a state of such high fever, either a man has extraordinary strength of mind or an extraordinary lack of feeling. I imagine he's feeling very little now. The detective is sleeping soundly in one of the antechambers. Someone get him to a fucking hospital. Strike a man when he's down, why don't you? Well then, counsel, are you fully prepared? I am. I've never been more prepared in my fucking life.
I'm glad you get it, because I am all
This is so good. I won't let Mr. Sholmes down, or Iris, and most importantly, not Susato-san. This is going to describe the entire outcome of the trial. Very well then, under the terms I have outlined, you may resume the cross-examination. Hold on, wait. Sorry, I call bullshit. What on earth is that essential contraption, counsel?
Oh, that's my cat flapper-matic, my lord. It makes a way for cats to get in and out of a room. It can cut through any door you can think of and make a new little door in the middle of it.
That's right, my lord. It's a device for creating so-called cat flaps. Small doors for cats to come and go as they please without their owners having to open the main door. I'm sure we can all work out that out for ourselves.
Ah.
But that cat lover's contrivance has no possible relevance to this case. Oh, really? Of course it doesn't. To start with, there was no cat flap in the pawnbroker's shop. The door. Not being a keeper of cats myself, I'm afraid I fail to see what this has to do with the matter of hand. Perhaps it would help if I described its function another way, then. This contraption is able to create a peephole in any door you can imagine in practically no time at all. I beg your pardon, a peephole, you say? 2 nights ago, we arrived at the scene only minutes after the murder of Mr. Windbag had taken place. That's right, according to the paperwork at the yard, it was you, your Japanese assistant, and Sholmes. Yes, the 3 of us were together, and it's recently come to my attention that my assistant made use of this device at the time. Your assistant did what? There was a peephole in the storeroom door. I can attest to that. Because I looked through the peephole myself in order to see inside the locked storeroom. This is ludicrous. What are you trying to say? Of course there's a peephole in the door. I said as much in my testimony. How else could I have witnessed the crime, for pity's sake? Yes. How could you? What? Counsel, kindly say what you mean. Alright, it's time. Time to strike the final blow. Do you still not get it?
I get it now.
Okay. What I mean is this, my lord. My assistant made the peephole in the storeroom door, and until such time as she did, the door had no hole in it to look through. No! Oh, him stepping back in the trim's nice catch. This is a farce. Are you really suggesting that the peephole in the door was... Yes, it was created only after the incident had taken place by my judicial assistant using this device. Your assistant tampered with the crime scene whilst being fully aware of the gravity of her actions. This is a most serious act of vandalism. For which I humbly apologize, my lord. It was in the few minutes that I left the scene in order to pursue the Skulkin brothers and alert the police. Nevertheless, in the light of this new information, it becomes apparent that Mr. Graydon's testimony is riddled with holes. Riddled with... Explain yourself, counsel. The majority of Mr. Graydon's testimony that appears to incriminate the defendant is based upon what he witnessed through the peephole in the storeroom door. Yes, that filthy girl shooting the man in the back. However, if at the time of the incident, that peephole did not yet exist in the door, there's no possible way that you could have seen what you claim to have seen. In short, your entire testimony is a pack of lies. Order, order, order! Is there any credence in this revelation? None whatsoever, as my learned friend must surely realize. Exactly. This is just some cheap trick designed to discredit me. I'm afraid not, sir. Of course it is. Do you seriously expect people to believe that plaything can cut through a solid wooden door?
Oh yes, I designed it to be very powerful. It can cut through even the toughest of doors.
That's absurd. I don't believe it for a second.
Yeah, let me show you.
Try it. I had a feeling you'd say that.
What?
Waggy, Kiwi, time for dinner.
Meow.
Meow.
Well,
Ah.
Cat flaps.
No! Young lady, this is the Old Bailey. One does not make cat flaps in the oak paneling at the Old Bailey. I'm not done yet, don't worry. This doesn't mean that the people in the storeroom door at Windibanks was made by your machine. And there's no way you can prove that it was.
No, but it's easy.
What?
Cat flaps, my clap flap-o-matic crates are all fixed size, and the dimensions of the people at Windibanks are an exact match. Hee hee, oh, Silky's lost for words.
Excellent work, Iris. Thank you. And now it is my learned students' friends' turn to be lost for words, I feel. I believe your judicial assistant has already left the country for your Eastern Island home. Well, yes, that's true. And you may have some difficulty in establishing all of the facts. For the sake of argument, let's assume the people has dimensions that are perfect fit for this contraption.
Holy shit!
Yeah, there's no cat, there's no door.
Oh my god!
Thank you, Susato.
No fucking way! We had that this whole time!
For the sake of argument, let us assume the people has dimensions that are a perfect fit for this contraption. You cannot prove that it was not there! The prosecution demands proof of your answer.
I have proof.
What is the purpose of your line of inquiry, Lord Francis? It's very simple, my lord. The defense argues that the people was created after the incident using this device. But now that the perpetrator has returned to her native land, she cannot testify to the fact. There is no proof. And for as long as the defense remains unable to prove when the people was... Objection! My learned friend's claim amounts to nothing more than a baseless accusation. No, I've got it. Guys, Reno Sky, I got it. Indeed, that is so. Well, counsel?
See, what you need to do
Yeah, we
is
need to...
pop your head and go, Reno Sky, I got this.
There needs to be a I'm not stupid option for this game.
Don't give up now, Reno. This is the time to create your own opening and force your way through.
Like, with a gun sort of thing? Alright, I don't know if I can do this, but I do know one thing. I've got a gun in my pocket, and it's happy to see everybody here. Susato-san is the greatest judicial assistant in the world.
Very well, the counsel for the defense will present evidence to support the claim made. Proof that the people is a bitch.
Hiya!
The next one.
Nope.
What are you? A print from the detective's infernal cameras again.
My judicial assistant, Miss Susato Mikotoba, is an extremely intelligent and capable woman, which is why I never had any cause to doubt that she would have considered this scenario and made sure I had necessary proof.
Necessary proof is this photographic print, counsel?
This print shows a scene in the shop moments after the defendant entered the premises.
Agreed. And it also shows the accused mercilessly wielding a gun in the direction of the defenseless broker.
But more to the point, it pictures the storeroom door in the background.
Let me see that print again. I don't believe it. This really is quite remarkable. The door to the storeroom is completely devoid of a people of any description.
Mr. Graydon,
That's me.
you couldn't possibly have witnessed the crime as you claim to have done, because at the time it happened, there was no peephole in the door. In other words, your testimony is a catalog of lies.
It's complete utter bullshit.
Where'd everybody else go? I'm all alone. Oh, there they are.